A very good morning to you, Vamshi. I hope you're enjoying the sessions, dear students. Yesterday we had such interesting sessions as you're enjoying them, I hope. 1 minute. May I request may I request all of you to mute your microphones? There's so much noise. Kindly mute your microphones. Very good morning to you, students. I hope you're enjoying the sessions. Yesterday we had such interesting sessions. Are you enjoying them? We had on proficiency module mathematics by Professor Radha Krishnamacharya, and on harnessing renewable energy sources by Dr. Srinivas Sharma, and on dance by Dr. Dhanya Menon. You know, there are people who love their subject with such a passion that makes the talk so insightful. Today, we have for you, we had in the morning a session on yoga by Professor A. Sadanandachari. He's actually a professor of physics, did you realize? But he's performed yoga so well. Yeah, and he's been teaching yoga for 16 years. Then we have a proficiency module by Satyashri ma'am. Can you please mute yourself? Manjula ma'am, please mute yourself. Manjula ma'am, please mute yourself. And we have a proficiency module by Dr. I. Satyashri. Previously, you learned what aspects of English? Some do's and don'ts and some popular mistakes. Do you recall them? Well, we have yet another session of proficiency module today. And then from 11 to 11:30, you continue on. We have SIP module 9, co-curricular activities. We have Sarita ma'am addressing you. She's an associate professor in the Department of Computer Sciences and Engineering. She will talk to you on the Y branch of IEEE. You know what the Y branch is? It is for the women engineers. So stay put. Then you take a short break, come back, log in about a couple of minutes early. You have a module on universal human values. And this would be this guest. We have a guest speaker, and she's Dr. Lakshmi Nipani on conventions, etiquette, and student behavior. You know, what is etiquette? There's so much of talk about it. Are we conducting ourselves properly when we are in very formal gatherings and circumstances? So you need not be in doubt. So you can have a clarity on those views. And it would be moderated by Dr. B. Menaka. Then you take a break. You take a proper lunch break and join in again a couple of minutes early. We have a proficiency module in mathematics. Yesterday you had a proficiency module, remember, Professor Radha Krishnamacharya. Today you have the head department of mathematics, JNTU Hyderabad, who would be talking to you on how to improve your proficiency in mathematics. So stay put throughout the day. Be an active participant. Watch out for the links. Vamshi sir says there is some problem regarding your feedback link yesterday, but we hope to resolve it by 1 o'clock. That may be posted. So you'll get your quiz and feedback by 1 o'clock, yesterday's feedback and quiz. And by today evening, you'll get today's feedback. So enjoy, students. Have a nice day. And may I request Mrs. Manjula ma'am to take over. She would be leading you in the proficiency module. Manjula?
Yeah, thank you, Sunita, Dr. Sunita Vijay Kumar. It's my pleasure to be back as a moderator along with Dr. I. Satyashri. Students, very good morning to you all. Hope you enjoyed the previous proficiency module on English the other day, during which ma'am, Dr. Satyashri has covered aspects pertaining to certain mistakes that would creep in with regard to the usage of adverb. In general, the major skills that were focused on was LSRW, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. I also giving valuable inputs on the different types of readings and so on. So that is a bit, we have started with a small bit of information. Very much for you to cope in the using which for different purposes. Right. Today yes, ma'am.
We will start the session with Vande Mataram.
Okay, ma'am.
And I'll play. Please announce. I request all of you to stand for the Vande Mataram national anthem. Vande Mataram. Sukada Manaya Jashidana Sasya Shyamana Mataram Vande Mataram Shukra Josna Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Rekha ma'am, can I continue?
Please, ma'am.
Yeah. So, the session proficiency module, Dr. I. Satyashri. Ma'am, I request you to take over and proceed with the rest of the session, ma'am. Satyashri, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sunita Vijay Kumar and Mrs. Manjula. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Can I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning. I welcome all of you once again to the proficiency module. In today's session, I'm going to discuss a very important part of speech, that is preposition. Though prepositions are small words, they are very significant ones, and their correct usage is a test to mastery of the language. So, let us look into the various aspects of the correct usage of prepositions now. I request all of you to please have a pen and a notebook and take down the points that I'm going to discuss. To begin with, we'll start with the definition. Please take down. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation.
Madam, can you adjust your camera once? Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Is it fine? Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Yeah. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with some other word in the sentence. That's the definition of a preposition. As I mentioned, though they are very small words, they have a very important place in the English sentence. And every preposition has its own meaning depending on the context. And each preposition can be used with different meanings. And most of the common errors made by Indian learners occur in the area of prepositions because they are very confusing. The problem with Indian learners is that they think in their mother tongue and try to translate that into English. That is where the error occurs. The common mistakes made by Indian learners occur in the area of translating. Especially with prepositions, please do not translate that. Don't think in your mother tongue and try to translate that. So prepositions can be learned by habit. Most of the prepositions you listen to good English or you read good English, that is how you will catch the usage of prepositions correctly. So today we are going to have a very elaborate lesson on the usage, correct usage, especially about prepositions. Now I gave you the definition. A pre means before. So preposition, its position is always before a noun or a pronoun, and it shows its relation with some other word in the English sentence. That's the definition of a preposition. Take down two examples. There is no sugar in the pot. There is no sugar in the pot. Here, sugar is a noun, pot is a noun. In is placed between these two nouns to show the relationship. The next example, the book is on the table. Book and table, two nouns, and the preposition on shows the relation between these two nouns. And although preposition is usually placed before a noun or a pronoun, sometimes it comes after the word which it governs. Sometimes we see the prepositions at the end of the sentence. For example, take down the example. That was what I was searching for. That was what I was searching for. Here you may observe the preposition for is placed at the end of the sentence. Now, in addition to single word prepositions, there are some word groups which function as prepositions. They are called phrase prepositions. In addition to single word prepositions, we have some phrasal prepositions also. There's a long list, just take down a few examples. In spite of, by means of, in order to, instead of, for the sake of, on behalf of, with regard to. These are a few examples. Now the first step that we learn today is the prepositions show various kinds of relations. As we discussed, the main intention or the main meaning of a preposition is to show relation between a noun or a pronoun and the rest of the sentence. So we'll now learn the various kinds of relations shown by prepositions. The first relation is place. Take down a small list of prepositions that indicate place. At, in, on, by, beside. By and beside can be used interchangeably. To, towards, up, down, across, between, among, behind, above, over, under, below. These are the important prepositions which talk about place. Now just two examples. He ran across the road. He ran across the road. Across indicates place. From one end of the road to the other end is across. He ran across the road. She walked towards the library. She walked towards the library. Now the second kind of relation shown by prepositions is time. At, on, in, by, since, from, before, after, till, around, during. Here I would mention the most common mistake made by Indian learners is between to and till. Till indicates time. To indicates place. Please remember that. To and towards indicate place. Till indicates time. Don't get mixed up. I heard people saying that he walked till the river. He walked till the gate. That's a common mistake. Please make a note. Till indicates only time, not place. He walked towards the gate. He walked to the river. He walked towards the river. That's the difference between the usage of till and to. Now the third kind of preposition, third kind of relation shown by a preposition is method and manner. Method and manner is the third kind of relation we are discussing now. Two prepositions show this relation, by and with. By indicates person, with indicates instrument. By for a person, with for an instrument. The snake was killed by him with a stick. That's the example. The snake was killed by him with a stick. Now the fourth kind of relation, reason and purpose. Reason and purpose. There are three prepositions which show this relation: with, for, of. With, for, of. We struggled for freedom. We struggled for freedom. That's the purpose. Here, for shows the purpose. She died of a fever. She died of a fever. Here it's the reason. How did she die? She died of a fever. Not with a fever. Again, that's a common mistake. I'm simultaneously discussing the common mistakes also. The fifth kind of relationship is about possession. Possession means ownership. Three prepositions talk about possession: with, by, of. With, by, and of. Example, he came by a lot of money. Not with. He came by a lot of money. I saw a boy with red hair. I saw a boy with red hair. Now here you have to make a note. In case of inanimate objects, that is non-living things, the idea of possession is indicated by the use of the preposition of. Any non-living things, inanimate things, the ownership or the possession is shown by of. For example, please take down the state of her health, not her health state. That's wrong usage. The state of her health. League of Nations. League of Nations. The door of the car, not car's door. Car is an inanimate object, non-living thing. For living things, possession is shown by the possessive case. For nouns, it is shown by possessive case. that is apostrophe S or S and apostrophe or just apostrophe, depending on the context. So here you must note that all inanimate things, the possession is shown by the preposition of. Now the last kind of relationship shown by prepositions is direction and motion. Direction and motion. Into, towards, up, round. These four prepositions talk about direction and motion. Take down the example. The moon moves round the sun. The moon moves round the sun. He climbed up the tree. He climbed up the tree. We shall have a small exercise now. Manjula, would you please share the screen that has exercise number 1? Manjula? Yeah, please share the screen that contains exercise number 1. Manjula, please show them the exercise number 1.
Yes, ma'am, I have shared it.
Yeah. Can we display it on the screen?
Yeah, ma'am, I have displayed it on the screen.
Okay.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, I can see it. Yes. Yeah. There are 5 sentences here with multiple choice. It's a multiple choice MCQ, multiple choice question. 5 sentences with 4 options. You may just read the sentence and answer the questions for me. I'll discuss the key after 5 minutes. Please note down the answers. We'll discuss the key shortly. Shall I give you the answers? Manjula, shall I go ahead with the key of answers now?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. The first sentence, she congratulated him on his success. Please check your answers. She congratulated him on his success. The policeman ran across the road. C. Answer C. Across. Third sentence. Shilpa sat beside the window. Answer option D. Fourth sentence. She is good at making cakes. A. You're good at something. Last sentence. India is playing against England in the World Cup final. Answer option A. I repeat the answers. First question, B, on. Second question, option C, across. Third question, option D, beside. Fourth question, option A, at. Fifth question, option A, against. I hope you got all the responses correct. Now, the second step, please put the heading, correct use of prepositions. The second step would be correct use of prepositions. Now, students often get confused about the meaning and use of some pairs of prepositions. They are called confusables. These confusables are frequently tested in all competitive exams. We shall now discuss these. Please take down the sets of prepositions which are very confusing to the Indian learners. The first set, beside and besides. Beside and besides. Take down the meaning of beside. Beside means by the side of. Beside means by the side of. One example. She sat beside the window. She sat beside the window. Besides means in addition to. Besides means in addition to something else. Example, Ramya plays piano besides flute. Ramya plays piano. That means in addition to piano, she will also play flute. Instead of using in addition to, there's a beautiful preposition which substitutes that is besides. Ramya plays piano besides flute. The next set of confusables is by and with. By is used for indicating the doer of an action. The doer of an action. With for an instrument. With for an instrument. Now take down the example. The tiger was shot by me. The tiger was shot by me. The farm was plowed with a tractor. The farm was plowed with a tractor. That's the difference between by and with. These are very frequently tested in the exams, competitive exams also. Instead of by, they'll give with. Instead of with, they'll give by. You're expected to make the correction. The next set is in and at. In for large places, countries, cities, capital cities, etc. For example, my aunt lives in London. My aunt lives in London. London is a big city. So for all big places, large places like countries, cities, capitals, we use in. At. For small places like villages. He lives at Tandoor. Tandoor is a small village, so we use at. The next set is between and among. Between and among. Between is always for two persons or things. Between indicates two people or two things. Share the cake between the two of you. Share the cake between the two of you. Among talks about more than two persons or things. Among for more than two people or two things. For example, share the cake among the four of you. Share the cake among the four of you. A common mistake I have noticed here, please take down in the case of this sentence. The interview will be held. The interview will be held between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Instead of and, most of the people use to here. 10, between 10 to 12, between 6 to 7. That's a wrong usage. Between is followed by and in this sentence. So please take down that example, that mistake you have to avoid. Between is followed by and, from is followed by to. The interview will be held from 10 to 12, from 6 to 7. It goes like that. Now the next set is since and for. Since and for. Since indicates a point of time in the past. A point of time in the past. For example, he has been working since 2005. We are mentioning a point of time, 2005. From then till now. So we use since. For indicates a period of time. For indicates a period of time. For example, he has been working for 15 years. 15 years is a period. So we use for. The next set is in and into. In talks about a state of rest. Things which are not moving. He is in bed. He is in bed. Into indicates movement. He fell into the well. Shows some kind of a movement. In for things which are not moving. Into for things which are in movement. The last set is on and upon. On and upon. On for things at rest. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. Upon for things in motion or movement. He jumped upon the horse. He jumped upon the horse. So these are a few sets of confusables. Now we shall move on to exercise number 2. Manjula, please display the screen, share the screen with contains exercise number 2. Yeah, you all can see there are 10 sentences which there are 2 options given in brackets. The confusing pairs of prepositions. Choose the correct option and write the answer.
Satyashri ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yes, yes, I can see that. Yes. Read the sentence and just answer. Give the answer. Shall we scroll down, Manjula, a little bit?
Yes, ma'am.
So that they can see the last 5 sentences? Yeah. Yes. I discuss the key now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The first sentence, Praveen's house is beside the river. Beside and besides are given as 2 options here. The correct answer is beside. Beside means by the side of. She has been working here for 20 years. 20 years is a period of time, so it takes 4. You have to choose between these 2 books because it mentions 2 books, it takes between. 4th sentence, the snake was killed by him. Him indicates person, so it takes by. My aunt lives in London. Big place, big city, in. Vani is married to my cousin, not with my cousin, to my cousin. The fish lives in water. Write your name in ink, not with ink. The teacher was angry at the result. You're angry with somebody, you're angry at something. My father was angry with me. That's the difference between at and with when you're using it with angry. You're angry at something, you're angry with somebody. So these are the answers. I repeat. First one, beside. Second question, for. Third question, between. Fourth question, by. Fifth one, in. Sixth, to. Seventh, in. Eighth, in. Ninth, at. 10th, with. Now, Manjula, we'll move on to exercise number 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it contains 25 sentences. I picked up most common mistakes made by the Indian students in the area of using these prepositions. We'll display 10 at a time. It has 25 common mistakes. Please rewrite the corrected sentence. Take time. He goes to college by walk. I picked out most of the frequently asked questions in the competitive exams and in the other examinations. These are the most common mistakes we find. Those are the sentences which I picked up for your study now. Please answer these questions and rewrite the corrected sentence.
Ma'am, should I scroll down the screen a little?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, can I scroll down the screen a little because we are
Yes, Manjula. Yes, Manjula, please. The last set we will show. I think from 10 to 20.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, this is fine. Yes. Shall I discuss the answers, Manjula?
Yes, ma'am.
As we go. Yes. As we go on, we can just discuss the common mistakes. The first sentence, He goes to college by walk, a very common mistake made by Indian learners. It is on foot. There is no word combination in English. By walk is wrong. He goes to college on foot. Please make the corrections, note the answers. The interview will be held between 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Between is followed by end. I already mentioned this. Naveen has been working here for 20 years. Not since. Fourth sentence. Please give me a chair to sit on. To sit is incomplete. Here on comes at the end of the sentence. Please give me a chair to sit on. Fifth one. Divide this between the two of you, not among. Between the two of you. Sixth one. She died of cancer, not with. Seventh sentence. Sachin plays cricket besides tennis, not beside, besides tennis. Eighth sentence. The teacher entered into the classroom. Another common mistake. Entered into is redundant here. It's called redundancy. The teacher entered the classroom. Enter itself is you come into. So entered into means we are repeating the same sentence, the same word with the same meaning, which is wrong. The teacher entered the classroom. Ninth sentence, I want to discuss about the problem. Another common mistake made by even highly educated people. Discuss is not followed by about. I want to discuss the problem. This is also redundant expression. 10th one, he returned back the library books. Another redundancy, he returned the books. He returned the books. He returned the library books. 11th sentence, the president presided over the function, not with the function, over the function. 12th sentence, there was no money by him, not with. 13, the fisherman went across the river, not over the river, across. 14th sentence, his breakfast consists of eggs and milk. Consists is followed by of. 15, this book is different from that, not to. 16th sentence, she has been ill for 6 months, not since. 17th one, this paper is inferior from that. It's a wrong sentence. This paper is inferior to that. Inferior, superior, junior, senior, they are Latin comparatives. They are always followed by to. Inferior to that. 18th sentence, I prefer coffee to tea. 19, the house is on fire. 20th sentence, turn off the lights. O-double-F, turn off the lights. 21, another common mistake I notice, he is not able to cope up with his work. It should be, he is not able to cope with his work. Cope up is wrong. 22nd, Praveen is on the campus. You are always on the campus, not in the campus. Please remember that. On the campus. 23rd, send this letter to my address. Send this letter to my address. 24, he was killed in an accident. He was killed in an accident. The last sentence, my sister is proficient in French, not with French. These are the most common mistakes that we come across in competitive exams, in daily usage, in daily social interactions and all that. So these are the things that we discussed, the relationships shown by prepositions. The first, the definition, the introduction, the definition, relations shown by prepositions, and the confusables, common mistakes. I gave you the key of answers. I hope this session would be very useful to you to crack your exams and competitive exams in future. Manjula, shall we now go back to the diagnostic test once, please?
Yes,
We have the last 10 minutes now. Yeah, my dear students, recently you have taken a diagnostic test. And the result analysis showed that most of you need to focus on vocabulary and grammar and usage. So now we shall quickly scan the questions and answers. I'll discuss the answers. If you remember, just to refresh your memory, we are displaying the question paper on the screen. I'll very quickly give you the answers for your reference. You may note down the answers. The Prime Minister will look after the foreign affairs also. Option D is the answer. She met the managing director last Sunday. Last Sunday is the keyword here. Clear past tense. So it takes past tense, simple past, met. We are fighting a battle against population. We are fighting a battle. Third one. Fourth, I have waited for you. I have waited. Option A. Fifth one, Lata has been working in this bank since 2016. Because a point of time is mentioned, it takes has been working and since. She troubles me on every occasion. Vidya moved to Hyderabad, didn't she? That's the question tag here. They lived in Nellore, because Nellore is a big place, it takes in. The human beings are polluting the environment. By the time Thomas found an umbrella, it had stopped raining. Past perfect. The deer hid among the trees. Because not two trees, more trees, it takes among. There is a bridge across the river. I am angry with him on his carelessness. When Ram entered the house, his son ran towards him in excitement. What do you usually have for lunch? There's no article here. Kalidasa is regarded as the Shakespeare of India. Mahesh never comes late to the class, does he? Question tag. I returned your book, didn't I? Now we come to question number 19. Use the correct suffix. Fulfillment, confusion, discourage, subcommittee. Question 23 to 28, choose the correct synonym. Repulsive is
repugnant.
Repugnant, yeah.
Yes.
Trivial.
Yes.
24, trivial, insignificant. Nomadic, roving. Fortitude, courage. Philanthropic, charitable. Tranquil, calm. Now question number 29 to 30, we have to choose the correct antonym. Accept, reject. Accumulate, gather. One word substitutes. One who is capable of inventing new ideas and things, ingenious. A person who believes everything or everyone, gullible. A person who knows many languages, linguist. Polyglot?
Polyglot.
Polyglot. Option B. One who is greedy for money, avaricious. A group of islands, archipelago. 36th question. You will succeed in business if you get him out of your way. He didn't have the faintest idea of the village's problems. He assured her that he would pass. He assured her that he would pass. 39 to 40, appropriate passive form. A massive tribal welfare program has been launched by us. These reports have been sent to all our customers by us. An essay is being written by me. Now there's a passage here. I'll just discuss the answers. First one, the passage is about speech making. Antonym of the word ambiguous, transparency. Meaning of the phrase slip of the tongue, something that is said by mistake. Would you look after my dog for this weekend? Our boss put off. Put off means postpone. My car broke down. My neighbor ran out of eggs. Now direct to indirect speech, transformation. 49th question. Kiran asked me whether I had seen the cricket match on television the previous night. I asked him why he was working so hard. That's the last answer for you. So these are the questions. I think you can check with your key. And we are done for today. On this occasion, I take this opportunity to thank the chairman of MVSR Engineering College, the management, the principal, the vice principal, the HOD of Department of S&H, Dr. Sunita Vijay Kumar, for giving me this opportunity to meet the freshers. And I thank Ms. Manjula, Dr. Rekha, and Mr. Vamshi Kumar for the excellent coordination. Thank you all once again. I wish you all the very best and a prosperous life ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving so many inputs with reference to the prepositions usage and all. I have a question that has been raised by a student.
Yes.
They want the difference to be elaborated between OF off and OFF off.
Yeah. OF off is pronounced as OV and OFF is pronounced as off. But Indian learners mix up both and pronounce both as off. You must have observed my pronunciation. OF is pronounced as OV, V sound. And OFF is pronounced as off.
In the sense of meaning, how do they differ, ma'am?
Yeah, off is used in nearly 60 different contexts, it seems, Manjula.
Okay.
The preposition of is used in 60 different contexts. So depending on the context, they have to derive the meaning.
Okay.
That's the difference between on, off, and off. Off is put off the light, means switch off. Put off means postpone. They have different collocations.
Okay.
So they should learn it by habit or by
acts as an adverbial particle, right? After verb, it acts as an adverbial particle. OFF, off.
Yeah, it is used in different senses, different meanings. Put off means to postpone. Switch off means you put off the light. It depends on the context. They have to derive the meaning contextually.
Okay. Ma'am, I also would like to ask you on behalf, maybe they have raised or not, on behalf of the students, I have few things, I would like you to convey them few things.
Yeah, please tell me.
You can provide to identify the difference between the use of past perfect tense and simple past tense. Present perfect tense and simple past, ma'am. One key word that could help them.
Which one? Tell me, repeat.
Simple past and past perfect, ma'am.
Present perfect
and simple past. Because
simple past.
Mistake once again with the most of the Indian.
Yes. Most of the common errors occur in this area of usage of present perfect, as you mentioned, and simple past. Present perfect, please take down. Present perfect tense, the formula is has or have plus verb in the past participle form. Has or have plus verb in the past participle form. And the key word is just now. The key word is just now. Without the keyword also you can use the sentences, but generally you can refer to this keyword. And the usage is for any action that is over just now and it has a bearing on the present. Any action that is completed just now and which still has a bearing on the present. That's the usage of present perfect. For example, the girls have left just now. The girls have left just now. I have completed my lesson. I have completed my class. Means just now. So that's the usage of present perfect. And one important thing you should note here is never mention the time clause here. And simple past is the verb in the past form. No helping verbs are used to indicate simple past. First usage is any past action. Simple past indicates any past action. The keywords are ago. Anything connected with ago, even a minute ago, is also simple past. Last year, in 1920, 1980, if you mention any time, it indicates simple past. One example, I sold my car last year. I sold my car last year. Last year is a clear indication of past. So it takes sold. Sold is a simple past verb here. Now the common mistakes that are tested in the area of these two is, please take down, I have posted the letter yesterday. I have posted the letter yesterday is wrong. You should either say I have posted the letter, which talks about present perfect, or I posted the letter yesterday is simple past. That's a clear distinction between present perfect and simple past. Don't mention time phrase when you're talking about present perfect. In present perfect, the focus is on action. In simple past, the focus is on time. I have seen the Taj. I saw the Taj in 1980. I have seen the Taj. I just want to tell you whether I have seen the Taj or not. Here I am interested in talking about the action. I saw the Taj in 1980. I want to mention when I saw the Taj. So here the focus is on time. That's the difference, Manjula, between present perfect and simple past.
Thank you so much, ma'am. In certain cases, we have conjunctions and same words being used as conjunctions and prepositions. So how can students identify that distinguish between their usage?
Conjunctions are linkers, basically linkers. They link words, ideas, sentences, paragraphs. They are mostly linking devices or discourse markers, signaling phrases. A preposition is, as I told you, it shows a relation between the noun or a pronoun. Whereas conjunctions are linking words. They just link ideas and sentences, or they are used to link paragraphs in an essay. That's how you have to distinguish between a preposition and a conjunction.
Yes, ma'am. What would you suggest to the entire students who are watching you right now to improve their usage of the modal auxiliary verbs, which are often a challenge to most of the Indian learners? What would be the best way to improve them, to pick them up and use them with ease?
They have to know the usage of tenses, all tenses. That is how they will know the usage of auxiliaries also. Because I think Indians think a fashion that add ing form to any verb or add has or have or had indiscriminately. That is how the common mistakes occur. So they should know the correct usage of all tenses. Maybe we can discuss that in another session, which will be very long session. So we shall now limit today's session to prepositions. Any more doubts regarding to the usage of prepositions? Otherwise, I want them to read more, listen to good English,
Yes.
listen to English news on TV rather than wasting time on watching Saas Bahu serials and all that, which is just a waste of time. Watch English news on TV or listen to it on radio. Listen to good English speakers. Read more. Read more English, general English, extensive reading, intensive reading. I discussed these techniques also in my previous session, which would definitely help them to focus. And because the analysis of result analysis of the diagnostic test shows that they lack in these skills. They have to focus more on improving their vocabulary and grammar and usage, especially these two areas. That is what my observation shows, Manjula.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
inputs and clarifying all our doubts. It is immensely helpful. I suppose they are going to make use of this. Thanks,
Thank you.
ma'am. Once again, I would like to just sum up the entire session and say
Yes.
of the meeting. This had been a very enriching session for us because ma'am has given inputs on reading comprehension in the previous proficiency module, which is in close line with what has been taken up for today's session, that is prepositions and their usage. Because by reading alone, we can pick up grammar and vocabulary to a great extent. And those who read extensively are good, voracious readers, I could rather say. They are very good at language use. Perhaps this is one of the wonderful things possible with us without investing any amount. That's the only way out for us to improve ourselves. Because at the workplace, you need to communicate 80% of, at least 70% of the time is spent on communicating your ideas, your thoughts, for which your language skills need to be appropriate, apt to the moment, right? So I really feel it had been my privilege to accompany you on this session, ma'am. Thank you so much, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Manjula. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you once again. All the best to all the freshers. Have a wonderful journey in MVSR Engineering College. Very fruitful and invigorating, energetic journey ahead. All the best to all of you. Thank you,
ma'am. I take this opportunity to thank the management, our principal, the HOD of SNH Department, A.R. Subramaniam, in charge of English, Dr. Sunita Vijay Kumar, for having given me this opportunity to be the moderator for this proficiency module. I wish you all the best, students. With that, I end this particular session and I call upon Mrs. Sarita, Associate Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department, to join us for the session. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall we have the break, ma'am, or else do you have break or shall I continue? Hello?
Ma'am, 5 minutes break, ma'am. I'll leave the meeting. You will be taking over. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sarita madam, please take out the things.
Yeah, 5 minutes break chapter kadra Vamshi.
No, madam. There is no break, madam. Session will continue till 11:30.
Okay, okay.
Then,
So
there is.
Good morning, Sarita ma'am.
Good morning, Rekha ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, you please continue the session. Let us not give any break.
Yes.
And we will wind off your session at 11:30. Then they will have a short break for half an hour, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, done.
Okay, ma'am. Please continue.
Yeah, all the students are there, no, ma'am? All the departments.
Yeah. It is getting live streamed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please start your session.
Yes. So, good morning, guys. Welcome to MVSR Engineering College. I'm Sarita, Associate Professor from CSE Department. So I heartily welcome you to our college to be part of our college. So I'm here to just make you understand and get familiarized with what all student chapters we have. And eventually I am heading IEEE Computer Society student chapter. And this student chapter is very important in life of a student, even though it has not been highlighted in many of the colleges. But for personal growth and personal personality development, and for your student collaboration in and outside the college, this particular platform is very important. With the experience, I am going to tell you few of the testimonies of our students also. So as of now, I'm going to talk about our IEEE Computer Society. And as I believe you have also witnessed IEEE being spoken by Dr. Hari Krishna, who is actually heading the student branch. And coming to this IEEE Computer Society, IEEE Computer Society is a student chapter of IEEE, which is going to concentrate on coding part, or you can say in a very informal way, I'm telling you as a coding part, where I hope you realize coding is very important for any engineer to whichever discipline he or she belongs to. So we are focusing on student chapters, which is going to give a wide platform to our students who are coming from MVSR, not only computers department, but all of the other department students also. As you know, whichever domain, whichever area you take, we are having automatization, and this automatization is done with the help of programming itself. So if you are civil engineer, if you are mechanical engineer also, it doesn't mind. We have to see that it is coded, means your program is done, and then you check whether the program is running or not, and then you'll check whether your job is done or not. So if you are automobile student also, if you take any vehicle, today we are seeing it has been programmed, it is automatized. And if you are going for any other electronic student also, we know lot of areas are being covered in a multidisciplinary fashion. Like, for instance, if you take robotics, if you want to create a robot or a construct a robot, a part of a robot also, you need four disciplines coming into this particular job to be done. So I hope I'm reaching you in a simpler way. If you are having any queries, please you can put it in chat box. Ma'am and sir will be conveying me. See, robotics, you have hardware and software, and in hardware you have got both the mechanical and ECE people involving. Chip designing is involved by ECE, and ARM is being designed by your mechanical people. And when it is coming to programming, it is actually given by IT and CSC people. So without one of the discipline going out of this also, your job is not done. Your job is not done. So it is important that for any job these days to be done, you should be doing collaboratively. So I thought IEEE Computer Society is very important for any of the students. See, it's not compulsory that every student will be having interest in his own area. It's probably happens that down the line, when you come to second and third year, you may be having a shift of interest. So this interest will be actually satisfied when you become a member of the chapter, where you will be finding many people in and outside the colleges, where you can share the resources, you can do lot of work. So that's the reason this I term it as a very important. issue to be handled by the student. So now I'm going to present the slide. Vamshi, please tell me whether you can see this screen or not. I hope you can see the screen. Vamshi, can you see my screen? Rekha ma'am?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yeah.
IEEE MVSR.
Yeah. So I am going to talk about IEEE Computer Society MVSR. And for your information, we have got various types of student chapters. Among all those types of student chapters, IEEE is said to be one of the world's largest technical professional organization. And this is always dedicating to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. But here, we are also part of humanity, where students needs to have humanity in themselves to actually put whatever they learn to create something good for the sake of human. So here what I want to get introduced to you is a very familiar product called Wi-Fi. So I hope many of them know what Wi-Fi is. And technically, Wi-Fi is called as IEEE 802.11b. So this has taken birth in a conversation of IEEE group, means local area network. We call it as wireless local area network. So once you are coming to third and final year, most of you people will be learning about this, what exactly technically it means. So IEEE is not far away from our common people. IEEE is very close to common man, which is helping human here and there in every aspect. So here, what are the actual benefits for a student to be a member of IEEE? So more specifically, I am talking about IEEE Computer Society because we have been working in it for more than 3 years. In IEEE, we have been working for more than 7 and 8 years in our college. And outside the college, we were there as part of this IEEE. And I personally has benefited many aspects, benefited in many aspects using this IEEE. And I'm going to even tell you about few of the testimonies what our students got from this IEEE. So what is the main benefit of IEEE means? I can tell you, reaching the people, reaching the latest technologies without any cost. Why I'm saying it as without any cost means, now today you're talking about quantum computing, you're talking about machine learning. In machine learning, many other new things are happening, and you are talking about few of the IoT models, robotics, right? So all these are at your desktop or at your in your mailbox once you become a members. How this is possible? So this is possible using the spectrum what you are going to receive in your mailbox as a monthly book. As we have a weekly book or monthly book, we have got a spectrum book which is going to newsletter. I can call it as a newsletter, which is going to give you all latest news which is actually happening throughout the world, in the world of in the field of technology. So here it is also going to give us indications how we can actually learn those new technologies, what are the new things happening, how you can understand them, all the resources, the people who have done that, the links to those people are actually mentioned in that particular spectrum. So here, if you are really having thirst to move to the new technologies, learning new technologies with the fundamentals, this particular platform is going to help you a lot. And how it is being done. So this is being done, as I told you, whole of the world is involved in this. And this world includes local people, state people, national people, and international people. So here it is I'm very happy to tell you that we are actually connected globally right from our point, your individual person. How it is possible means once you become a member, you are going to actually have an opportunity to volunteer wherever you want. Whenever we have the opportunity, we will be telling you how you can do it, technically, non-technically also. So volunteering opportunity is actually given to those students who are the members of IEEE. And coming to next point, what happens if you are volunteering? So what happens means, see, like you, many other college students also will be involved in the lot of competitions, the events which are being organized by IEEE societies. So you people have opportunity to meet all these people throughout the different areas and different colleges, where you will learn, you'll have opportunity to learn many of the things. Eventually you will be also improving your personality, you will make yourself unique, you will be preparing yourself to actually to have lead in the market once you come out of the college. So your settlement will be becoming faster and better when it is compared to the others. And next is, we have got a special feature in our IEEE that is called as IEEE Collaborate Tech. And this is what means, if you are having any problem or any work to be done, actually you can share your queries in this Collab Tech once you get registered. And there are many people around the world who are connected in this particular Collab Tech, where the people are ready to help you. If you are happy to if you are really having thirst to know what is going on, how the problem can be solved, chosen by you, and if you put this particular problem in this particular collaborative, then one or other people will be coming to you, and then through mail, of course, coming to you, and then they will be enrolling with you as a mentor, and you'll become the mentee of that mentor, and you will be guided by that particular mentor. And this can be continued probably right from first year to final year also. So this how you can actually share your knowledge with the other people, and other people will also share the knowledge with you. And eventually what will be happening, you will get to know each other, you will get connected with many people, you will be having more database with you, where you can get many things done in our new technologies. So next is, as a student, this particular term IEEE Extreme is very important, because this is a global level coding contest which has been conducted by IEEE. And if you are a member of IEEE, then you will have opportunity to actually contest in this particular extreme. And I'm very happy to inform you that from past 3 years, we are having a very good rankers coming from this IEEE globally. And this time, for the first time, one of our students has banked 19th rank in the global level. So what is the importance of this extreme coding contest? We all have coding contests happening in our college, outside the college, locally, state level, national level, but this is done internationally, where once you attempt this, you will be learning how the things will be going on practically, and how the collaboration will be done among the students, and how you are going to win that particular job which is being given to you. and you can also check where you stand globally, where once you put this in your resume, once you come into the final year, this is going to really improve or increase the weightage of your resume. Reason is your competitors are not local level, your competitors are not state level, your competitors are not national level, but it is international level, which has a very high standard, where many people from very, very reputed universities are the members of this IEEE global at global level. So definitely the questions which are being given in your extreme are of standard of global, not of local or not of national. So this is one of the good platform which can actually increase your potentiality and also competitive spirit if you go positively. So in order to improve the positiveness in your brain also, you need to have positive people coming around you, and this is going to IEEE is going to give you the platform for you to actually improve that positivity. And coming to our next item in our computer society is, computer society is also having student interest group, where this student interest group is a training session which is being given by individual companies on different kinds of new technologies. For instance, I'll give you one testimony. Last year, one of our final year student called Varun has joined this SIG, which is being actually handled by Microsoft people. And Varun has done his main project and also internship in Microsoft with the team of Microsoft, which is doing research in quantum computing. In very easier manner, I want to tell you that Varun has completed his graduation with a thesis which is completed in area of quantum computing under under Microsoft
Excuse me, madam.
team. Right? Yes,
Madam, can you shift it to presentation, slideshow mode, madam, in this case?
yeah, yeah,
Because,
yeah. Is it okay?
yeah, this is fine, madam.
Yes. Okay. So, now, what are the SIGs we are having under Computer Society? Means I can tell you, we are having under Computer Society quantum computing. We have got people who are working for blockchain. We are also have people who are working for robotics. We are also having people who are working for IoT, embedded systems, data science, all areas the IEEE has covered. If you are interested and if you want to really get into this, once you become member, you can contact me or contact people who are heading as a executive committee members. We are going to help you to reach out. Next is, we are having section level competitions, and which is very healthy competition, and I'm happy to tell you that these section level competitions are being done collaboratively among different colleges with the help of different companies coming in, helping the students to improve their IQ levels and also your personality, so that you can actually meet the industry. So these all things, once you put in your resume, it is definitely uh, going to increase the weightage of resume or your CV. So this is being done once you do only these things. Added to this, we are also having a Explore Digital Library in IEEE, which is going to help you in understanding what is happening in the world through IEEE journals. So we have got paper publications where you can view the latest papers using these IEEE Explorer Digital Library once you have the registration. So registration is automatically assigned once you become the members. So this is being done institution level as well as the individual level. So I really thank our principal and management that they have registered at institution level, where you can go to our library and then you can actually browse the things whatever you want. But if you are becoming a member, in your own field, you can actually
Sarita ma'am, are you there? Sarita ma'am, you are not heard. Vamshi, shall we end the session?
Yes, madam.
Vamshi,
Yes, madam. We'll end the session, madam.
we will end, na?
Yes, madam.
Okay, dear students, this session we will end here. We will take a short break, okay, and we will join back sharp by 12 o'clock. And I suggest just 2 minutes before you start logging in, and for an interesting session on universal human values, Dr. Lakshmi Nippan would be addressing you all. Thank you all.